Have you ever wondered why some people retire early and end up less happy even though they have more than enough money? Most people spend 30 years planning the money for retirement, but almost no time planning the life. And that's where the problems begin. They retire early and end up less happy than they expected, not because they ran out of money, but because of mistakes nobody warned them about. In this video, I'm going to share 7 harsh retirement mistakes that can quietly ruin your freedom. These are mistakes I made myself. In fact, I spent the first few years of retirement figuring some of this out the hard way. If you avoid them, retirement becomes what it's supposed to be, freedom with meaning. And mistake number 7 is the one that blindsides almost everyone. But before we start, if you enjoy videos about retirement, personal growth, and building a meaningful life, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss future videos. Now, let's start with the biggest mistake. Mistake number 1. Retiring from something instead of to something. This one hit me very hard. Most people retire from work, but they don't retire to anything. That was me. I retired from running a business full-time. I retired from the rat race, but I didn't retire to anything in particular. The first few weeks felt amazing. No alarm clock, no pressure. It felt like a honeymoon. But then one morning you wake up and think, what exactly am I doing with my life? Here's the fix. Before you retire, define 3 simple goals.
A body goal, how you'll stay physically strong, a people goal, how you'll stay socially connected, and a meaning goal, something you'll build, learn, explore, or contribute. Retirement isn't about the absence of work, it's about having direction. Mistake number 2, underestimating how much work shaped your identity. Work gives you a title, a role, a reason to be needed. When that disappears, you don't always feel free. Sometimes you feel lost, maybe even irrelevant. I certainly did. It's rarely talked about, but it's incredibly common. Here's something that helps. Replace your job identity with a personal identity. Instead of saying, I was an accountant, or I was in sales, start using I am statements. I am a fit person. I am a curious person. I am someone who builds things.
I am someone who helps people. It might sound simple, but here's the truth. Identity drives behavior, and behavior determines whether retirement becomes a golden age or a slow drift into smaller and smaller days. Mistake number 3, letting your days blur together. This one is sneaky. When every day is available, every day becomes Saturday. Your brain stops distinguishing one day from the next. Time starts to speed up. You look back and think, where did the month go? And suddenly, why is Christmas again? Here's a simple idea I use called the 3-anchor week. You create 3 anchors that give your week structure. First, a social anchor, a regular lunch, a club, or volunteering. Second, a physical anchor, the gym, long walks, golf, anything that keeps you moving.
And third, a micro-adventure anchor, a day trip, exploring somewhere new or learning something interesting. Put them on your calendar like real appointments. Because retirement isn't about empty days, it's about alive days.
Mistake number 4, losing your professional social circle. Work friendships can feel permanent. You see the same people every day, you share problems, you complain about the same boss. It feels like a real social circle. Then you retire and realize something surprising. These people weren't really your friends. They were colleagues. And suddenly, nobody messages you. Except maybe your dentist. So you have to build your retirement circle intentionally. Here's a simple rule. Every month, reconnect with 2 people you already know and add 1 new person to your world through clubs, volunteering, classes, or the gym. Because loneliness isn't just unpleasant, it's dangerous. And the earlier you retire, the longer you'll need a strong social system. Mistake number 5, becoming too comfortable too quickly. Comfort feels wonderful. But comfort without challenge slowly shrinks your world. Retirement should expand your life, not make it smaller. So I follow what I call the 1 uncomfortable thing rule. Every week I do 1 thing that stretches me. Trying something new, learning a skill, traveling somewhere unfamiliar, or starting something I'm terrible at. Retirement is an opportunity for expansion, not just comfort. Mistake number 6, replacing work with distractions instead of purpose. When I first retired, this happened to me. Meetings became online poker. Deadlines became social media scrolling. Pressure became watching Netflix in the middle of the day. And strangely, I didn't feel better. I felt dull. Here's the lesson. Distraction feels good now, purpose feels good later. So give yourself a purpose project. Not necessarily a job, just something with progress. Getting stronger, learning something new, writing, volunteering, creating something meaningful. Purpose gives your week shape. Without shape, your days collapse into each other. Mistake number 7, waiting too long to reinvent yourself. Early retirement is a window, not a never-ending runway. Your 50s and 60s are a unique moment. You still have energy, mobility, confidence, curiosity, and time. But if you don't use that window intentionally, you blink and suddenly you're 70. So here's the rule. Reinvent yourself in the first year. Experiment, create new routines, build a new identity, expand your social circle, explore new meaning. Retirement isn't the end of something. It's the beginning of your second act. And every great second act needs a great plot. Now I'm curious, if you're already retired, what surprised you the most? And if you're not retired yet, which of these mistakes do you think you're most at risk of? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more ideas on building a meaningful life after retirement. Thanks for watching.
And I'll see you in the next video.